What is up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Josh, and today we are down at my favorite spot to ride in Wayne National Forest, and we are going to test and break in so I can start making some adjustments to my sirris suspension. So before we start riding and getting on my gear on, getting the bike off the trailer, I want to thank the sponsor of today's video and every video you will see here on the channel. That is Electrix Moto. I will leave the link in the description for Electrix Moto Co, where you can buy anything that you want for your electric motorcycles. Use the code ROAM at checkout to save 10% on literally anything you see on the website. All right, so before I get all geared up and ready to go, I wanted to just kind of talk about the suspension real quick, give you guys a few updates about the way it's been so far. I've had the F43 and the R46 installed, and I've just been riding in my backyard. I haven't done any trail riding yet. I did some track riding, which I'll put that video up in the corner somewhere so you guys can check that out. And that was just like a quick track day, nothing too crazy. But I wanted to take this out on, I'm going to try to do 30 miles today so I can really break this suspension in before I start making any adjustments. It's like driving or riding on a cloud. It is so good in comparison to what comes factory on your Surron Ultra Bee. I don't know what kind of bike that you have or if you even have a bike, but basically what I'm going to do is just try to get this thing broken in so I can now, after this ride, I should be able to start making some adjustments to the suspension, and then I can really dial it in for the way that I want it to feel versus how it comes from the factory.
To a new dimension, step into my world at your own discretion. I go 0 to 1,000 in a millisecond. Yeah, I won't slow down till my name is legend. I'ma set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. I'm about to set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off. I'm about to set it off, set it off, set it off, set it off.
All right, let's get the show on the road today. See where I'm going. It's gonna be probably relatively muddy today because it got a lot of rain lately, but should still be a lot of fun. And I'm really interested to see how this suspension does. I have not ridden in a while, and it shows. I can feel it. Feel very unsettled on the bike. That's not good when you're testing something new out. But I'm trying to put in at 30 miles today to explore a bunch of this stuff that I have yet to see. Oh no. A big part of this whole thing for me is getting out and exploring stuff differently, because you get a lot better idea of terrain in areas when you do it by bike versus by truck or car. Foot's the best, but you don't cover nearly as much ground. Abandoned bike. Let's see what, somebody might still be here. We got an abandoned bike and an abandoned helmet. What do you think that means? Got gas leaking out. I don't see anybody. Hopefully they're all right. Let's roll up here and see if we can find somebody. No? That's not a good sign. Abandoned bike, abandoned helmets. Helmets might not be the best indicator. Or I'm going to go out on a limb and say they had an emergency situation in their pants and they had to handle it. So let's just say with that, because I don't see anybody, don't hear anybody. So here we go. That is the danger of riding by yourself. You end up getting hurt, nobody's around to help. That's why my wife doesn't want me riding by myself. You okay, bud? Is that your bike back there? Do you need help? Where are you headed? Do you know where you're going? Do you want me to help you, man? Okay. Let me see, come here. I won't mess with you, dude. Where'd you hit? Right there? Okay. Who you riding with? No one. No one? You want to go back to your bike and then I could take you down? Or you want me to take you down to the, get you some, you would need to make a phone call? Are you riding with anybody at all? What'd you hit, bud? It broke down? Do you want to go back there and take a look at it? Where are they? I can help you. Do you know their phone number? Do you want to call them?
I don't know.
He's I just found him on the trail. His bike broke down.
Oh no.
Yeah, so I mean he's good. I came in off of, oh crap, the small parking lot entrance, door run. If you're getting off 33, instead of going left, I made a right and came around through that little town.
Did I meet you, or is this the guy that we met when we pulled in?
No, I haven't met you, dude. I just saw him. I saw his bike on the trail, and then I saw him walking, so I just wanted him to call whoever, try to get him back to where he needs to be.
Yeah. Okay, his bike broke down. Okay, did you try restarting his bike?
I haven't done any. I just found him about, I don't know, half mile away from his bike, so I'm going to take him back if you want. We'll try to get it started.
Okay, that would be awesome. I bet he just flooded it or it got wet or something.
Okay, I'll take him back there. I'll take him back there now. This is my cell, so if I don't have service, I'll have him call you here in a moment. He's walking down the road. I'll show you where his bike's at on the map. That way you have an idea of how to get to it. Hey, thank you, dude. Yeah, he just wasn't having it. He just wanted to come home. So I was like, all right, dude, I don't want to push it. Cool. All right, man. Hey, no worries, dude. You guys have a good day. Later. No worries. Okay, so that was fun. Recovery mission. Successful. All right, so as always, I kind of start out and just eco, kind of get my bearings before I go crazy, start ripping, too heavy. And the goal today, as mentioned previously in the video, is to try to get 30 miles on the bike today so I can finally start adjusting the suspension to what I like, how I like. So this is turning into a complete and utter mud fest today, which is cool, but not cool all at the same time, because it means cleaning the bike is going to be a nightmare. So we're just going to cruise now. So the suspension, let's talk about it. It's been 4 miles. 4 miles on the suspension, and it's just ultra plush. It is so soft. So nice, so comfortable, and it's crazy how much more responsive the bike is after changing the suspension. And these are classic Midwest trail conditions. Muddy, soupy, because a lot of these low-lying areas, they stay wet for a long time. And we've had very little rain this summer, so they have been dry, and now they're just completely saturated. And these lower sections down here, I mean, they'll stay wet without rain for months because there's very little sunlight, especially when it's cold, not much humidity. So this is exactly what you can expect on a normal day if you're riding in Ohio, in the southern Ohio area. As you start going back up, all that water just flows down and settles down there. And then the tops of these trails will be super dry. You won't even know it rained. Well, just got pulled off the trail by a bunch of guys looking at the bike. Let a couple guys ride it. Told them about Electric's Moto, where they can get a bike. So that was cool. All right. I have bumped up since then into daily mode. Get a little bit more speed going through the woods here. And then we'll probably take a break here in a minute. I don't know how many miles. I didn't check when I stopped, but I got a good rest in there a second ago. So I'm out here by myself today because my son ended up going and practicing at a track 2 hours away, and he tried to hit a double and hurt himself. So pretty sure he's okay, just a busted ankle and a busted lip, but I respect it. I had to call him and tell him that I respect him for going for it, even though the big bikes weren't going for it. Not sure it was the smartest move, but that's all right. That's what it's all about. Okay, so I pulled over real quick just to kind of talk about what I'm feeling, how I'm feeling after about 10 miles on the trail with the suspension. So far, everything is really good. It is a lot better on the trail than it is on the track with the trail tune that comes with the kit. Obviously, you can get different tunes. I got the trail tune. This is the type of riding that I generally do, so it made more sense for me to get that. This bike performs a lot better, really, with the big tires. That's what makes all the difference in the world. The suspension is ultra plush and it's very nice, but I don't really think it's giving me any more advantage than what I had previously, but it just feels better. It's a more comfortable ride, and I think until you get 150, 200, 300 miles on a bike, it's really hard to tell. And I switched this suspension well before any of that happened. So right now I'm just kind of cruising around and just enjoying the fact that it doesn't feel super bumpy and ultra just rigid. But I will be dialing in some compression settings, some dampening. I will just play with it a little bit to kind of see what comes of that and how I like it after I've really just put some time into riding the bike and kind of feeling out the way that this bike performs with the suspension set on the factory settings. Okay, back at it. You know, I don't know if I said this, but I didn't bring any water. I just left. I left the truck, or left the van just waterless. And I'm regretting that. After 15 miles, I'm regretting it. I would drink a mud puddle right now. Nah, just kidding. I love these sections right here. So I am so looking forward to getting out to Arizona and being able to ride in front of some mountains and go camping, take this thing on some camping trips, just park the truck, get your bag in a tent, and just go camp. Sounds so sweet. But here, there's not a, you can still do it. Look, I'm probably making excuses, but it's not as pretty. And it's not as fun, because there's no mountains. Just crappy smelling mud from where they've been drilling for natural gas. So everything smells terrible. I don't know if that's actually the reason why. That could be what they call fake news, but makes sense because this type of mud is gross. It's so hard to get off your bike. Nice little spot. See, just when I was talking all that crap, what do you get? You get a perfect little spot that was literally designed for this. Oh man, I'm gonna hang out here for a minute. I know I said there's no places to camp here, but there's very clearly a place to camp, literally right here. I had never seen this before. This is a new section that I've never done, so
pardon me. But so far, the bike is holding up flawlessly. I'm actually super impressed with everything today. I cannot wait to get back to the shop to be able to dial in some of these settings and really get a better feel for what this is going to be like when it's finally set up and completely set up for my rider weight and my rider style. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is all we got for today. That was 20 miles. I am wrecked. I am so wrecked. But the Ultra Bee, as always, held up. Sirris suspension, fantastic. If you guys like this kind of content, subscribe, follow along, follow Electrics Moto, go to that page, like it, subscribe to their YouTube channel. All that stuff helps out tremendously. When you support creators like us who try to do new things, it's super cool, and I would love to have you along for every single bit of it. That's all she wrote. I'm gonna get up in the van. It's either drive home or take a nap. I have not figured out which one I'm gonna do yet. Either way, it's been fun hanging with you, and I'll see you on the next one.